Hey guys, this week's video is dedicated to all our brothers and sisters in the land of Israel. I want to start by wishing a huge YJP Mazel Tov to Phil and Ali Niles on the birth of their little daughter. May you raise her with health, happiness, and lots of Jewish nachas. Happy Lag BaOmer. Today's a beautiful day, Lag BaOmer. It's a holiday. It's kind of one of the under the radar holidays. It doesn't have any huge mitzvahs associated with it. But it's a joyous day. It's a day when we get together with people. We go out into nature. We have bonfires. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it was so nice to see a bunch of you last night at our Lag BaOmer bonfire. Beautiful, beautiful. What is this holiday? Where did it come from? So Lag is spelled Lamed Gimel. It means 33. It's the 33rd day of the Omer. That's where the name comes from. And the reason why it's a day of celebration is there's a couple reasons. The two main reasons is that in the times of the great sage Rabbi Akiva, there was a huge tragedy. A pandemic wiped out 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva. This was a calamity on crazy proportions for the whole Jewish nation. All of Rabbi Akiva's students died in a massive plague. And it was on Lag BaOmer when this plague stopped. And so for that reason, we celebrate the fact that the plague stopped, and therefore, that's what we're celebrating. It's also the anniversary of the passing of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is the author of the Zohar, who brought a great light into the world of a revelation, and therefore that's why there's the custom to light bonfires as well. But going back to Rabbi Akiva for a second, it would seem like it's an odd thing to celebrate. Here you had this massive tragedy, and yes, it stopped, but what are you celebrating? You celebrate like the fact that people stopped dying? Are you celebrating the fact that there was no students left to die? Like, it's a very interesting thing. Like, what exactly is a celebration? And the explanation is as follows. We're not celebrating the fact that they stopped dying. No. We're celebrating what came after. What came after? You can imagine, the entire nation of Israel is in mourning. Not only did they lose so many amazing human beings, but this was the future of the Jewish people. In those days, the future of passing on Judaism from one generation to the next was reliant on the rabbis, was reliant on the teachers who would go from town to town to be able to teach over. You didn't have Jewish day schools in every little town. Most people were working in the field. They didn't have a chance to sit and study. You had the big yeshiva, the academy, where students would study, and then they would go to towns in order to teach it over. Rabbi Akiva's students, they were the entire future of the Jewish nation, of handing over to the next generation the Torah and the mitzvah. And they were gone. They were gone. All of Rabbi Akiva's work was gone. Everything he had taught was gone. Who would blame him if he said, that's it, I'm done? But he didn't. After he sat Shiva, after he mourned for 7 days for his students, he got up and he went and found 5 new students. One of those students was Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. And he taught them everything he knew. And they became the future of the Jewish people. They were the ones who were then able to transmit everything to more students and more students. And that is how the chain continued. And so what we're celebrating is the response. How Rabbi Akiva responded to a tragedy. And this is a powerful idea. Obviously, it's an extreme example, but whenever we go through something difficult, how do we respond, right? We can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. Do we get back up, or do we throw in the towel? It's appropriate at any time, but especially now in the Jewish nation, when we go through such difficulties, it's easy, and you'd be excused for saying, I can't anymore, I'm done. But the Jewish response is to get up and to rebuild. After every single time we get up and we rebuild, we keep going. Because the power and the future of the generations, the future of the Jewish people relies on it. So Shabbat Shalom, we celebrate the Jewish response of Am Yisrael Chai, of resilience. And we do that with joy and with light. Shabbat Shalom.